Hello guys, and welcome to episode 2 of my Karelia campaign in Stone Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Today we're going to be continuing the breakthrough defense against the Soviets. Their onslaught has been pretty ridiculous so far, but we've held on and done some serious damage. We managed to disorganize 4 units so far, so that's a good start. Let's see if we can continue to do so here. I'm going to definitely be bringing in the 1st Battalion of the 20th Brigade to back us up. And it's a question of whether or not I want to bring in the heavy artillery, because in theory they could bring in a 3rd unit in Phase A, the 19th Guards Mortar Brigade, which would give them Andrushas, which would be horrible. In which case I'm kind of considering bringing in aircraft to deal with that rather than artillery, and then we'll have the artillery spare in case they attack again here. Maybe they don't bring in one of these and then they make a second attack or something. So we'll bring in the aircraft. I'm not sure quite what we have to work with. We've got a recon squadron which has gladiators, Mierskis, and some VLDs. There's a fighter regiment, which has got G50s, gauntlets, Brewster, some very interesting units. And then, of course, the fighter regiment 4, which has all of the ground attack aircraft. The Blenheims and such. I think we might just bring this in. Let's just bring that in. Might get attacked elsewhere, but they're not really close enough on those fronts just yet. They might be able to attack down here, maybe on this area. We might get attacked. But we shall wait and see. Let's tactical battle and jump on in. Actually bringing in their own aircraft, so this is going to be quite interesting. I didn't think they could because of the AA again, but apparently they could. So here we are. They're using the fighter regiment. Which is probably an actual fighter regiment. So we're probably not going to want to use our aircraft. We don't need to, because they didn't bring in the Andrushas. That was the only reason that I brought in the aircraft in the first place. So we'll just leave them out of it. I won't give the fighters anything to kill. But I am going to have to set up my defenses, so I'll be back with you guys in just a second. And once again, all the defenses are set up. So here we are. I haven't really put down any barbed wire. It didn't really help me much before. Didn't really make a difference. Guess I could put some across here just to help us out. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really make much of a difference. The one down the road, actually, that would have helped a lot. I might just set that up quickly. Be pressing shift click to make a long strip of barbed wire there. Have a bit going down the road. Make it so that if they want to unload anything, it has to go through the barbed wire. That should help out a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's launch the battle. Off we go. I'll go through them as we start. I haven't got any counter battery at the start this time around. Probably just going to rely on bringing it in after the start. But once again, I've really just neglected trenches, just like I did in the last episode. Going for the close range engagements in the trees. With the veteran seat in place, I've got big old command networks going, which stretch all the way across the front line. So it's going to be important to keep those alive. I'm hoping that their fighter regiment isn't too bad, because if they start just like bombing my leaders to death, that could be a problem. But I reckon more than likely they'll just bomb bunkers, because that's what they can see. The problem I've had in the past with the IL-2, that was due to the IL-2 recon that they had. So this time around they're not going to have that, and that's going to definitely make things a lot easier for me. With this AT gun here, should have a pretty good time. It's basically in the back garden here, able to fire all the way down that road, and anything that gets too close will just get absolutely annihilated by the Lati AT rifles. On the right hand side, there's quite a lot there. There's a bunch of artillery already coming in. I only have the 105s this time around, but it should be enough for counter battery at least. So let's get that in. AT gun on the main road here again. Got these AT bunkers set up a bit further up with the AT rifle inside. So if any transports want to try and move in. I'm probably going to have to move this because it's already being RT'd. So just give it the fallback order. Hopefully it'll get out of there. Bunker Maxims just being completely overwhelmed by enemy Maxims. I guess we could bring in a bunch of this artillery on the right hand side. And with any luck we can just kind of break those down, or maybe just pick and choose which artillery pieces we want to annihilate. Maxims able to engage at max range, but when it's just outmatched by more Maxims, that's a bit of a problem. Also there's the snipers there that we're not going to be able to take care of as easily this time around. Yeah, this can just keep moving back, and then we'll just move it over here. Because the AT rifles are actually doing a really good job at the moment, so we'll just let them do their thing. That's a lot of recon infantry coming through there. Wow. Okay, I'm going to actually start just arting this area. We'll use the corrected shots so they aim faster. That is quite a long way to fire. I think the other thing is if we can get these snipers pinned and then the Maxim recovers, the Maxim bunker, then that will be able to keep them pinned pretty well. So that's kind of the plan with those snipers. Just got to counter pin. I'm kind of tempted to bring in a 105 to direct fire, but I know it will get bombed as soon as I do that, so probably not a good idea. I could bring in a bunch more Maxims here though, so probably should. I put them all onto unload it position by just giving them a shift command, like I'm pressing shift and then U, and it's adding these like green circles to their orders so that when they get to position they just unload. These are going to want to fall back. Moving them is probably a bad idea there actually. Looks like the bombers kind of missed though, so yeah. Not the end of the world. So far so good. So far so good. Like, mainly because they probably invested quite a lot into the aircraft, like the fighters. I reckon if I brought out a bomber right now you'd see just loads of fighters coming out. One nice thing about fighters at the moment, or well yeah, at the moment, is that they can't strafe anymore. So fighters specifically are made air-to-air these days, unless they are equipped for strafing. Like you can get like fighter bombers, and those can strafe, but like standard fighters don't normally strafe. Like they don't have the ability to anymore. So that's kind of nice. It kind of stops the AI from just annihilating you with strafing runs, but it kind of also stops me from doing that too, so I'm not sure how happy about that I am. Really want to get rid of these snipers though. Honestly, with corrected shot, we should be able to get some pretty good hits. Just hoping that I kill them before they fall back. That'd be ideal. There we go, there's one down. Now they're falling back. This Lati squad's still getting kills, it's just disgusting. I'm just going to smoke this side so the snipers can't do anything, and we'll just keep shooting away. Yeah. Oh, nothing could be wrong, surely, with all of these trucks blown up on the road. No, not at all. Let's just drive past them. Oh, it's ridiculous. Alright. Let's have these now focus on this sniper instead. I'm also going to want to make sure that I killed that sniper in here. So far so good though. I could probably move these back a little bit. Could maybe have some of these Kivadi move around. Kivos, so it looks like they got bombed. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's bring in some more Kivadi. Also going to want to get rid of that OB. Give me another target. We'll bring in the last couple artillery pieces, and then we can use those where we need to. It's a little bit risky actually using the artillery here, because it might cause some of these guys to unload early, which would not be good, because obviously we want to get the transport snipes. As soon as they start unloading infantry, we have a problem, because the lighter squads can't hold against full squads of Strelki. But this is going to have so many kills. Seriously. Look at that. Crete is actually building up. Right, when we killed that sniper, let's kill that sniper now. We'll kill the one on the right. Then we'll go for the OB maybe. These snipers we can engage with everything we got. Avto is running closer, is going to get annihilated by the submachine guns. Nice. Oh, my poor unit got killed on the right. That was my machine gun crew. I should have more machine guns here. Yeah, I'm going to bring in a bunch more. I'm going to unload these early. Have them just move up. Oh nice, we killed a OB there. That's really good. I'll have that Kivadi fall back. That's a really successful push, actually. Yeah, killing that OB is very important. And they are starting to unload a few units here and there now, which is not good. But they continue to feed into my Lati, so that's making it nice and easy for me. That Lati actually might run out of ammunition before they unload. Alright. Get these to kill that sniper now. These ones can unload. I'm probably going to start trying to counter battery a little bit. Probably do so on the left. There's this artillery piece. We should actually probably target. I'm going to let them fire one round. And then I'm going to target that OB, because there's also a sniper next to the OB, I think. Yeah, there is. The disgusting combo. Oh nice, the initial shots there actually got the kill. It's really good. This one's going very, very well, actually. Yeah, that should be enough. I'm going to put the artillery now onto the Maxims. These 105s have been surprisingly good. Still more units coming down here. Still more trucks piling up. Look at this wall. It's like we made a barricade out of dead trucks. Set them alight, apparently. Yeah, they are genuinely getting low on ammunition. Wow, they're missing a lot now, though. Seriously. That is ridiculous. Okay, we'll bring in 3 more machine gun squads and hopefully these can do a decent job. Might as well move these up a bit. This is just out of range, so let's move that over a little bit more. That gives them extra veterancy. And that's a dead Kavadi squad. Only 1 minute left, apparently. Time to do a run at. Oh, they finally bombed those. I'm surprised they didn't do that sooner, actually. Yeah, they finally bombed my Lati squad, so they're going to be able to get some reinforcements in, but it's a little bit too late. We'll leave that one where it is, and we'll have this Kavadi move back. We got 2 more here that can move back forwards. Awesome. Awesome stuff. This worked out perfectly. I think the direct fire artillery actually helped out a ton. Bring in the extra ammunition just in case we need it, but I'm not sure we do. Unfortunately, the squad that got all the kills died. But still pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I've still got this AT gun back here as well. Total victory, 13 minutes 29 seconds. That was now 87 kills, 6 losses. Disgusting. Let's look at this Lati, guys. Oh no. That is a lot of kills. That is a lot of kills. Wow. Okay, sure. I'll take it. It's a shame we had to waste our aircraft on that battle. Although I guess we'll probably end up being able to use them next turn anyway, because I don't think we're going to get attacked anywhere else except from maybe on the bottom right. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But their initial forces here that made the attack have all now been disorganized, at least their entire front line. If I can get some artillery to fire onto the ones behind, we might be able to make some serious counterattacks. Might not be a good idea, to be honest. I'd probably be better off just staying like bunkered down. This unit actually lost its dug-in status, which isn't good. Should have time to dig in again though before those units are sorted. Yeah, I think what's going to end up happening in this campaign is we're going to be sitting on the defensive for a very long time before I'm able to go on the offensive. Because if I, for example, made an attack here, make it very easy to counterattack. We don't really have the units at the moment, at least, to reinforce. It's going to take us a little while to move all of these guys down, and then maybe when I have more backup, I can feel confident in making counterattacks. I think that's the whole idea of the Pansari Divisiona, which is coming down here. So yeah, I think that's probably a good timing for making a counterattack. I might make a push down here onto their defenses, but we'll have to wait and see. They're just going to be squeezing up to my defenses along the front here. This is a very vulnerable unit. Very, very vulnerable unit. I'm going to have to back that up with some aircraft, I think, the next turn. Actually digging in here, which is interesting. I thought they would attack me here. That might be because they are limited for forces on the bottom side. So maybe I can push through. Yeah, maybe I can get in behind them. Over here, I'm going to try and hold that left island as best I can. But yeah, it's finally our turn. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Have a look at our reinforcements to begin with. Don't think there's going to be anything too special. We do get some Stugs, for example, coming in. But I think that's as good as it gets. Otherwise, it's just a lot of Grenadiers, a lot of Kivari. There is some Pack 43 troops in there. Pretty good for when the big guns arrive, like these first mobile groups. With some IS-2s, it's going to be pretty rough to deal with. These are some very experienced troops here. Well, I say very experienced, they're more experienced. They've all got at least one veterancy, which allows me to make them 3 stars, which is nice. The HQ does have some armored cars and some AA. That AA is actually pretty important. I should probably make a note of that. My HQ sections having that AA. Be good for when we want to kind of maybe bait an air attack. Might be able to shoot down like quite a lot of planes. Yeah, again here we get a couple of these Bofors, which are pretty nice. We back them up with enough trucks, we'll probably get kills. There is of course the aircraft, the 54th Fighter Wing. Actually gives us Focke-Wulfs. Interesting. Okay, that could be handy. And then there's the fighter bombers as well. Now these close support wings are super good. We're definitely going to want to pick up those as soon as possible. It's going to be very, very important. Especially for counterattacks. I'm tempted to bring in the fighters early because I'll be able to set up air superiority in areas where my AA doesn't cover us. I think on the front line we should be okay for AA. Especially down here, like on the bottom right and over on the main front line, we should be covered by AA for the most part. So that's good. But for example, this unit that's kind of out on its own on the right here, this is going to be really rough. Like that is a tough old defense there. We're probably going to have to set up some defenses maybe further up, just try and contain that. Entirely sure if that's going to work out. Going to move these up as far as I can. We need to get these down to defend ASAP. The Swedish forces here. These are all going to try and get into position. If I can hold with this unit, maybe we can make it work. I mean, what I could do actually is just do like a very slow retreat. They can't actually attack, but they can't make that much ground because they'd have to stop here. They can't actually initiate an attack next turn. That's probably a good idea actually, because then the following turn, these are all going to be in range to just make a big line across here. We can defend this area. There's going to be a little bit of a gap here, I believe. Potentially. I am seriously tempted to make a counterattack here. I will make counterattacks where I can. That is my plan. These HQ sections are the ones that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Alright. Do we have any HQ sections across the front line here? I've got the 5th Army Corps HQ. That's not really that useful. This... Yeah, I'm surprised they could bring in aircraft there. That was definitely covered. Maybe it's because I need to like redeploy the AA or something. I can definitely move these forwards. It's okay. Those need to just dig in again. I'm going to hold here for now. We'll have the Jaegers move over. These are all of my Yakari, which are pretty awesome. 2-star veterancy units. Going to be very, very good for breaking through. If we were to make an attack here, we have 1, 2 units that can reinforce in phase A. So technically I could make an attack if I bombard this unit. Kind of ridiculous. Would put me in a much better position. Think this works. Yep. And would I want to dig in with these guys? Yeah, probably. I could probably just move these guys forwards and have them be my front line, honestly. I don't know if I want to stay here. Like, it would allow me to attack onto their objective. Like, taking back Viborg, can you imagine? That'd be really hilarious. I can't actually attack this unit, though, without it being an auto-resolve, because it's technically on a city. Attacking into that next turn would be almost impossible with the first mobile group behind, so I'm actually just going to fall back for now. Nah. Probably dig these in. I probably should stay here. I'm going to stay here. Reason being is they're going to move up one space. Allows me to put this one here. Then when they move up, this one moves back again. This one's digging in. But by the time that moves up, this one's dug in, and then we have a front line there, so that's good. Alright, let's get some artillery further up as well. Artillery is going to be really, really important. As for this artillery, it can reinforce these defenses in phase A, but it'd be better off further forward, so I can maybe use it to bombard as well. We're not going to need it for the defense here. I can maybe make an attack actually onto these. Yeah, we can. Blow up another unit. It's important. Pushes them all the way back again. This is going to dig in. I can fall back behind it. Yeah, we'll have to move back one space at least. Get these infantry down here. Simipoy said these are really good infantry as well. This one has Kivari. It's a pretty small unit though. The remains of the 1st Infantry Regiment. I guess that's just like the unit that originally got attacked. Can move them onto the road. They should be able to move further down next time around. Same deal with this HQ section. Does have some AA. Okay, is there a chance for an attack here? There is. Alright, let's do it. Blow up those. Push the tanks back. Hilarious. Move back one space. Do the same here. Move back one space. We're going to move this into here. I'm going to dig in like so. Those will be able to defend these. And just make that a more spread out. That way we can end up bringing them forwards and disorganizing more of them every time, which would be really good. So we destroyed, what, 3 out of the 4 aggressing rifle regiments? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Let's see what else we have to do. This artillery can probably bombard. Like, I could bombard this unit. Then again, keeping these artillery units with 3 action points is pretty important for reinforcements. Let's move the units further back. We've got more Jaeger battalions that can come down the main road. Keep moving all of these up. Second Armoured Battalion on its way down. Bunch of T-26s there. And we got the Assault Gun Battalion. This is the Pansari. And the Armoured Division HQ, which has a lot of these Landswerk. Also the Assault Gun Brigade at the city here, that you can bring down. Cool. Some artillery on the road. Lots of reinforcements on the way. Damn, this is... we actually have like way more men than I thought we did. I remember when I played this on the Soviet side, it felt like there wasn't really much in my way after the initial breakthrough. And the rest of the campaign went pretty quickly. But we'll get a lot of these down anyway. Let's keep moving on this infantry. I'll probably create like the backbone of my pushes. Because what I'll likely do is what I've done here, where we will defend and then counterattack. Defend and then counterattack. And with those counterattacks, we can likely just start breaking down more and more of these divisions to the point where we create like little gaps and salients that we can exploit. And as soon as we can exploit those salients, we can really hammer home against the rest of the units that are here. So say if we took out another 3 units, that would leave like these 6 units around. We make a couple of attacks, maybe disorganize the rest of them, and then we push through. And that creates like the salient, allows us to just get into their backline. And as soon as we get into the backline here, we can just spread out, get all behind them, and that's when, you know, their front line collapses and we win. So that's kind of what we're going to want to do sooner than later. The sooner we do that, the better, basically. But it is going to be a little bit of patience on my part. I don't necessarily want to be crazy aggressive because there's no need. It'd be nice to hold Viborg for like from the start, because it is technically a flag that we have to hold. But yeah, I don't know. We will see, I guess. I wonder if this like ends the campaign actually, because it wasn't really an objective. Oh, there is an objective. Hold and seize Viborg and Lapinranta. Where's Lapinranta? We already control that? Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, so maybe if we just take back Viborg, we win. That would make it quite a short campaign. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Some of these I might just... yeah, I guess we can just have them come down. Straight down. These don't all need to be dug in, only the front one needs to be dug in. All these infantry can move better positions. Don't think they can get across the river. Maybe they can. I think they can only move through this square. I think these ones kind of pointless. I'm going to move one here anyway. And the rest can move to the right hand side there. You're going to bombard this unit. I was going to leave some of these for defenses, but it's going to allow us to kind of rebuild our front line a bit before anything else happens. Get that AA up. Even more AA up here. That should probably come down the road on the right hand side here. Okay. What do we have over here in Imatra? This is more Swedish infantry. Start moving them down. Alright. So that's most of our movement on the left done. I'm not going to move any of this stuff yet because I want them to attack and then we'll counterattack. So I'm not sure we're going to make any attacks. We'll let them come in here. That's fine. This area, again, I think I'm just going to let them attack. But we'll move up some of this, and I might bombard preemptively. Although it could be a good idea to just wait. If you're going to move this over and redeploy AA. These both need to move up. They will definitely be out of range. Yeah, these two, I mean, we're going to have, what, 1, 2, 3 here anyway. They have the potential to make like 2 attacks, so they'll probably attack this unit. We'll back it up with like the one next to it. That would actually make that not have defenses anymore. It would be unfortunate. But here we've got plenty to defend. Honestly, we could attack here, I think. Yeah, I could definitely break down the 203rd Rifle Regiment. I think that's an attack I'm going to make. We push through here. That's a gap in their front line, for sure. Alright. Let's see what we've got to work with first of all. Kivari mostly. They've got a lot of AT guns, we've got to be wary of that. But I think we're alright. We've got some reasonable artillery, nothing too special. Tactical battle, jump on in. I guess I'm lucky that they didn't bring in any aircraft, but they have already used their fighters and their IL-2s, and I don't think they really have much else on the Soviet side. I don't remember in the Finnish campaign, like the Karelia campaign previously on the Soviet side, having too much aircraft. So, yeah. Anyway, it's going to be a standard destruction game. We have way more than they do. Let's go ahead and get these Kivari in here. Apologies for my dog. Just going to be a matter of leadership, I think. We create 2 sets of leaders on the right. We have one commander here on the right, one commander on the left, and then we just control these forested areas, have a bunch of MGs cover the center. I think that would be the best way to do it. We'll completely outnumber them, so it's not really a big deal. Alright, so those can go on the high ground. Those sort of like midway, and these further to the right. I should probably have leaders with each of them. We do leader, leader, leader. Make sure those go onto the road. Do the same on the right hand side. We're going to need an extra unit of infantry here. Cool. And we've got to have leaders again. I make them all 2-star veterancy. Definitely be able to smash them then. Go ahead and put a bunch of machine guns in here. cover this hill of machine guns. That's what we're going to do. Get a leader up there, of course. And that's going to make them all 2-star veterancy. Well, maybe not all of them, because I won't cover all of them. But this is pretty much my plan for the open. Can probably contest the town, actually, with a bunch of cavalry, so we'll do that as well. Alright, that should be enough for now. We can just bring in more cavalry when we see the salients. Get us underway. Speed it up. Off we go. Yeah, so big salient on the right hand side. I could maybe try and push a little bit further. Yeah, let's do it. Have these unload. Those can all push in there. Looks like we have a salient on the left as well. I'm going to start pushing these out across the open. We might as well finish this sooner than later. Good, kill the OB. Let's have these push out in the open as well. Great. All we need to do is bring in a bunch more cavalry to push across the open, and that'll be job done. Let's push those up into there. We'll have these push across the open with my leaders following. Working well. Slow and steady. Push against these snipers. The machine gun should be able to outrange the snipers. They also have way more health, so should be fine. Maxims aren't as bad as they used to be, so that's nice. I can make good use of that here. Trying to kill off as many of these snipers as possible. Because the rest of the engagements are fine, it's just the snipers that are picking off my units. Do have to be a bit careful with like my cavalry pushing up like this. Because they will have AT guns, of course. One of the units on the right got caught out. That's fine. Looks like it was the OB that did the damage. Go kill the OB there. So much stuff. And the unit cavalry there going down. That was probably due to me making that big old move order. Kind of by accident, but well. currently 19-5. We do want to get a major victory if we can. Which is why I'm kind of still looking to push, just so I can secure that. Get those 2 points on the left captured and we should be alright. Come on men, charge forwards, take the ground. I'll try and have the units that are low on health fall back. Okay, let's move up. This left side, they're going to be challenging that soon. With the amount of infantry I've got on the way though, we should just be able to take those 2 objectives and call it a total victory. It's a shame those Starkey DP are in range of the machine gun. They might be able to kill that. The machine gun did die in the end, unfortunately. That's all flags captured though. 25 seconds left. Already dead. We've lost more than I hoped we would, but still a good battle. 7 minutes 43 seconds, 25 kills, 6 losses. Yeah. Started a lot more smoother than it ended, but I think that's just because I was pushing so aggressively. That's going to destroy that unit, and now we have ourselves a little salient here, if we choose to exploit it, which we might be able to. If I can get out of here and set up defensively on this road, I'll cut off some reinforcements from the side, which would be nice, because most of the reinforcements that are coming up here are from probably down here. So they're going to come up here and go up this road, and if I can cut this off, I can not only stop them from reinforcing, but also we can start to just move across the countryside, which would be nice. I'm actually going to just send that one straight down. And this artillery might as well move over. This unit doesn't really need to be there, so I think I'm going to designate that to move down with the rest of these guys. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, what we're going to do is finish our movement on the right-hand side and then probably just move straight on to the next turn. Unless there's something I can do over here, since it looks like they've got rid of their fortifications. Yeah, there is a potential for a bit of a push through there, so that's something I'll definitely look at doing. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.